Okay, so check this out. One day I came up here, and it was the late 90s, okay? Got up here in the morning, and it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And I'm standing right here, and way down in that direction, past that horizon. So way down there, I started hearing this noise. And it sounded like a crowd at a concert just before the band hits the stage, where it's like, right? Excuse the expression. And I'm like, what is that? You know, what is that? And I'm looking all around, and I don't see anything. But then I noticed the horizon was getting darker, right? And there's this black cloud, okay, like a mass, reaching up from the horizon, just getting taller and taller, okay? And I'm like, what is that? Whatever it is, it's awesome. I thought it was this intense cloud at first, but it's making all this noise. Then it clicked, you know? I know what that is. That is thousands upon thousands of geese. And I mean thousands of them, right? And they started coming this way at the lake that I'm at. And so this massive cloud of geese comes over to the lake, and right over here, right? It started spiraling up above, like in a counterclockwise manner, at least if I recall correctly. And the whole flock of geese starts spiraling above the lake, and it starts shooting down these squads of geese that start landing in squads of like 15 to 20, give or take. They all spiraled down from the middle. So several squads landed. They're making all this noise, talking to each other and everything. And then the entire flock comes down from the center like a vortex and lands on the lake. It was the coolest thing ever. It was so loud. They're all talking to each other. There's tons and tons of these geese. It was the coolest thing. You can hear a big flock in the background now. Not that just went overhead. I think they're coming this way, or else they're landing. What they do on their flights, right? They talk to each other in the air. You can even hear their wing beats, you know, whistling in the wind. But when they come down and land like that, they just talk so much to each other. You know, I don't know what they're talking about. Probably like, you know, did you guys see that? What about you? I haven't seen you guys since last year or last month, you know. And we've got another one coming right now. Not a big one. All those geese way up there are probably on their way to this lake right now. Looks like they're going right past us, actually. So much for that. Hey guys, come over here. Oh, they are. They're coming over this way. Hold on. So they're going to spiral down. Yep, see how they're doing that spiral? I don't know if you can see it, but they're spiraling clockwise this time, and then they land on the lake. So these geese are definitely going to land. They're Canadian geese, in case you don't know. And look at that, there's the first squads coming down right now. And there's the rest of the flock, or most of it, the bulk of the flock, approaching the lake also. So you saw how they came by overhead, they spiraled around really high up in the air in clockwise fashion over several hundred yards at least. And now they're switching their rotation to a counterclockwise fashion. See that part of the lake that doesn't have ice on it? That's probably where they wish to land, but they're going to circle around a bit. These geese are used to being shot at and hunted, so they're quite cautious. There you go. Finally, here they come. You can barely see them with all this snow falling. Generally land in the north-south axis on the lake. I don't know if that's everywhere or not, but it's interesting. And they generally land on I think they face the upwind side When they're coming down, I'm not entirely sure. I know when they're flying, they like to have the wind behind them when they're taking off if they can help it. And when they're on the ground, they face the wind. Or another little tidbit about that is, there have been a couple of nights where I've used geese to find water. They do this thing where they stand up on their feet in the water and flap their wings, and they make this honking sound. And it's kind of a different call than the one you're hearing right now. And I've noticed they only do that in water for the most part. Most of the time they do that while they're in the water. I'm pretty sure it's two males competing over a female though, sizing each other up. And I've been out in the woods, you know, midnight or later, really needing some water or stuff that I can find at the water. And I've heard that call. And I'm like, okay, I know those are geese in water, not in the field. And I followed the sound. About 40 minutes later, I got to where they were doing it, where the water was. Very reliable indicator. So, animal calls can tell you a lot. Okay, just like the red-winged blackbirds, when you hear them doing that beautiful call in March or April or May or whatever, you know that they're standing by reeds and cattails in a wetland type of environment. They do it in trees and stuff too, but when you hear several of them doing it, you know there's water nearby. You can just follow that sound and find water religiously. And there's a lot of things out there in nature that tell you what's going on, you know, and what the landscape is. You don't have to see it to know what's around the bend. So, cool stuff. They're all getting quiet now. They're probably tired. Maybe they have jet lag. Okay guys, see you later.